J'ai pas un po' di français. And non parle molto l'italiano, pero me hablo español and I speak English. Oh my god. It's one of those moments where like I'm unraveling, like 4K I'm unraveling and God is so good. Like I'm so blessed that he's chosen me to display his glory. And I realized how much of what I have had been through in the last, 6 months, year or so, that I've just been trying to work and progress through versus actually dealing with it. And then I started thinking about everything. And I started thinking about like how God uses our like pain and our adverse experiences to show his goodness. Like his light really does shine the brightest in the dark. There's things that I've been through in my past that are so painful that my own human psyche has built emotional walls and blocks in order to prevent my my conscious brain from remembering these things. But God gives miraculous peace. I do not understand the peace that I have. All I can say is that I prayed for it. And the guidance that I've been given. When I was in Italy, I took a train south because I was going to an Airbnb that was about like 2 hours away from my hostel in Florence. And mind you, public transportation, like the train system in Italy, this was my first time using it. And it's not like it is here. Like, it runs on a tight schedule and it's not always on time. And if you miss it, like, you're cooked because it's only going one way and it's not coming back for hours. Anyways, I wasn't even gonna go to this Airbnb. I was gonna cancel it because it was so far and I was so tired from being out. Like, I was milking this trip, you guys. There was no way that I was going to go back to the bed of my hostel until I was on absolute zero. Anyways, I was gonna cancel, but I'd already paid for this trip. And I felt like, again, like, is a real self esteem builder getting around because I really had to rely on the people around me. I realized how introverted and antisocial I can be in my normal everyday life because I really could not be that way when I was traveling alone. I had to rely on my fellow human beings. But God is just so good because I fell asleep on my train, and what I was going to do, like any logical human being, was just get off on the next stop and just figure it out from there because I figured I passed my stop. I don't want to go farther. I should just get off here and then hopefully find a way to like get back. But I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in a little town called Trentola. I needed to get off in Arezzo, which was like 5 stops back. But I had fallen asleep. Okay. Um I woke up on my train. There's 4 people total around me. 4. Okay. I'm like, I'm looking at the queue of where we're going, the stops. I do not see my stop. I'm zooming in on my phone. I'm trying to read it. I'm like, asking someone is always a last resort for me because I'm I'm just that type. I've just always been that type of person. Like, I'd rather figure it out myself than ask for help. I just rather would. And that's why that's part of the reason why this whole like having a relationship with God and like, you know, being in communion with Jesus is a little bit difficult because I'm not used to leaning on anybody but my own understanding, and it's like the opposite of what I'm supposed to do. Anyways, there's 4 people around me. And then there's what do you call him? The train guy. So I called the train guy over, and mind you, I remember seeing this train guy when I first got on the train because I was the last person on the train, because it took me forever to figure out where I was even supposed to catch the train. The train left at like, when did it leave? It left at like ah it left late in the day, but I was like, I had to get to that platform in T minus like 1 minute and 30 seconds, which I did. It's not that big of a train station. They're so dramatic. But also when the train leaves, it leaves, and it's God knows when it's coming back. So I got on the train. I'm the last one on there, and immediately he asked me for a ticket, which like you see me in my big backpack, but okay, no problem. I'm gonna put my bag down and reach into it and get my train ticket. Okay, here you go. And he just had an attitude. And pretty much I told him where I need to go, and he's like, I'm like, did we pass it? And he's like, of course. No help. No help. And then he walks away, like, no help whatsoever. So again, maybe me, I'm like, okay, no problem, like, da 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 da, like, I'll get on my little phone and, like, get off on the next stop, figure it out how to go back. And one of these 4 people on this train, because everybody else got off while I was sleeping, happens to be a woman around my age who speaks English and who happened to overhear my conversation with the train man. And she catches me while I'm about to get off of the train, and she tells me, hey, don't just get off in the middle of nowhere because you don't know when it's coming back. And then there was another girl who looked like she was around my age that other girl started talking to in French. J'ai pas un po de français. And non parle molto l'italiano, pero me hablo español, and I speak English. Pretty much, she was like, follow her, she knows where to go. And I'm like, bet. You guys are so awesome. This other girl, she tells me, get off here, wait 20 minutes. This train is gonna come pick you up and take you to Arezzo, where you need to go. And I'm like, thank God, hallelujah. Because, okay, mind again, middle of nowhere, there's 4 people around me. And 2 of them happen to be women who speak English, who are around my age. Come on. Like, that's God. That's God sending angels. So I get off and I start reading my Bible. And it's so hot out. Yeah, I'm waiting for this bus, and I bring my Bible and I'm starting to read about the part where Jesus says, knock and it shall be open to you, ask and you shall receive. And like, you guys, God is so miraculous because he's not one to hesitate with answering prayers. He's really not. Like, you will literally be one person and then you'll know God, and then the next day you will something in you just changes and you're never the same, and it's such a beautiful thing, but it's so painful to go through. It really is. Like, it's really such a painful process. He really reveals the parts of you. Like, he really reveals the parts of you that are unacceptable. Because Christ is so, like, he's so perfect. But yeah, Florence was a 10 out of 10 first solo trip, and it was the perfect, like, I feel like it was the perfect, like, toe dip into, yeah, solo traveling in Europe. It was a good home base. It felt kind of like Old Town Scottsdale, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, much older, of course, but Florence is a working city. Like, everyone's on their bikes, everyone's walking, everyone's going to work. There's a lot of, like, artists and small business owners. It reminded me a little bit of home in that way. But yeah, next I'm hitting Athens. I just booked that like a couple hours ago impulsively. Spent all my money. Shout out to Acorns for automating my investing. They don't sponsor this video, but you guys should sign up and use my referral link so I could get some money. What I love about it is I can just make my money, drop it in my account, and then the Acorns will just take out a certain amount every week, put it aside. That way, I know that, like, whatever money I have in my account, by the time I'm ready to spend it, I know that the money that's in my account is my spending money. It's not my spending money and leave some to invest and leave some for expenses and leave some for the future. It's, here's your money. Here's your money. Acorns already took out all the other stuff. Just make the money, spend the money. And when that money runs out, don't worry, because you already set the money you needed aside before. I should be a financial advisor. I really should. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm gonna go to bed. It's late.